there early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right.
Live from
somewhere.
It's
Dillon.
Good whatever to you, whenever you are watching this episode of Co-Host Auditions. I am your co-host, Dillon. This is a members-only premiere because I will be out of town for a live stream next week. So if you're catching this on a delay, I apologize. I was either taking a week off or doing some pre-recording and taking advantage of stuff I can do members only. Today we have Michelle McDaniel. She is not a clown girl, but she is dressed up like a clown in order to make fun of some heavy folks. So a little bit different than Obese to Beast, who we saw recently and was very encouraging of the larger people. I don't think that Michelle McDaniel has that type of sympathy for the larger folks. So, I forgot my overcoat. She is wearing white with orange trim, and I was going for the opposite, so we could be tag team partners, matching the attire of my host when I have the opportunity. I think it's just right over there. I will go and get it once we say hello to Michelle. Well, that's not Michelle. As I said, she is not a large lady. This is a little bit of a teaser to what this episode has to offer.
Anything with the name Fatness?
Going with the Pennywise, the new It-inspired type of makeup, and she has those nice contact lenses to make her eyes look all evil.
Looks like there's an oversized human that needs a little...
Oh, look, her loading screen colors match my background colors. All right.
Hello, welcome back
Hello.
to the circus, my friends. I'm so happy you're here. I'm Penny. Oh, you're probably more familiar with my daddy. Penny Senior, rest his soul.
You're not Penny. I know what Penny looks like. She has pennies for eyes and she's claymation.
I'm Penny Jr., Bob Boss of the Clownery. Don't worry, YouTube. It's a prop. I've got the real thing concealed. Nothing big. I'm a good girl. Anyway, welcome. I've heard there's some...
Still a little bit real looking for YouTube's liking. You've got to get one of those pew-pews that, like Nintendo, had the same problem. The original NES, their gray pew-pew was a little too real. So they changed it up with some orange highlights to make sure it wasn't too realistic.
Some big clown, pun intended, going around since I've been on this channel. But welcome, I'll break down internet drama.
There we go. Now we match. Her white with orange trim, my orange with white trim.
In my spare time when I'm not luring the children into the gutter. Come on, Georgie. I've got a blue.
Oh, it's an adorable little pug.
But don't worry.
And no, I don't have any pugs with me this time. That's the reason why I'm coming you at TBS time of 5 after, because had to put the pugs to sleep. Well, the puppy pug, at least, had to go in his kennel. So no pugs running around here on this episode.
I'll behave for now. As long as you hit the subscribe button and get Pennywise closer to her goal of 900,000 subscribers. Do it! Once again, just a prop, fan acceptance. I was talking to my other clown friend the other day, and we were cackling.
Now, that is a hell of a pearl necklace. Those are some red pearls, and it makes sense. Trying to get something that size through the pee hole, it won't come out pearly white anymore. That is causing some damage, some pearls of that size.
At the amount of people who believe that accepted. Still, my grandfather's legacy and my father's legacy will live.
Okay, so she is creating a whole clown backstory here. Ronald McDonald is the father of Pennywise, who is an alien. So, oh wait, I have the wrong mic. I apologize for that shitty sound quality at the beginning. So there's already a strike against me for being your co-host. The first 5 minutes were with the wrong mic. So swing and a miss there. Hopefully I will not have any more strikes against me.
Live on forever. It's just so easy to take you human.
Nothing I can do about that now. I'm not fixing that in post. We're live, pal.
Out. So, you remember J-Bay, the woman who was pissed off that she has to pay for multiple plane seats because her ass took over multiple plane seats?
And why I think every plus size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane? Then you better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change.
And then she screamed discrimination.
We simply want enough space to travel comfortably and safely without fear of being discriminated against because of our size.
Woman, you need to get down here. You remember the woman who demanded the hotels need to be deconstructed because she can't fit through their hallways anymore?
Make elevators and hallways spacious. We deserve an environment that respects our needs.
And this is indeed the exact opposite of the large people that Obese to Beast was seeing. He was seeing fat people who were very accepting of needing to buy that extra seat. Whereas this lady is, you motherfuckers need to give me that extra seat just because I'm differently abled. I do not need to give all this extra money for it. And thanks for giving me the heads up that the sound wasn't awful, terrible, shitty, just off.
And body diversity.
You know, Pennywise knows that it's a tight fit for her, but
I am glad that this video has been up for a while because you are flaunting that pew pew, even saying that word. That's one of the words you can't say. You're allowed to say money gun over on TikTok, but you can't drop the money and just say the second part anymore. It is fun how we are getting to baby language. It's like Stern on regular radio in 2002 YouTube. The glory years are over. Janet Jackson's tit was exposed, and now we must talk around the dirty words.
I can make it happen. Well, get this. She's now upset, once again, screaming discrimination because a worker wasn't strong enough to push her glorious butt cheeks that she's so proud of up a ramp so she can continue her
Fat travel.
Everyone, welcome to the show, J-Bay Official. Ooh, no one's clapping for you, honey. How embarrassing.
This is for all the big fat girls. If you're not, keep scrolling.
All right, so anyone into that larger body size, here is her at the gym showing those curves, and I do like a big girl, but that is a size above big, so gonna have to pass on that. Even with the lights off, nope, it's going to be hard to get Captain Winky to salute and stand up. And that is a good one to check out, Luigi Greenberg. We have to test Ropey Load Gun. Hopefully that will be like Money Gun and be all right with the sensors.
Scrolling. Bitch, go ahead and get that gym fit, even if you're not going to go to the gym. You could be cooking a dish. Figure that out. Get that gym clothes.
Show up to the gym in a cute fit just to take some pics.
Nope, not a cute fit. I don't believe there is any fit that's going to be cute, except for people who are feeders. You have that look that feeders absolutely adore. And you're at the gym, so those feeders would not approve.
Well, size really did matter in this recent predicament that J-Bay Official had. You see, years ago, she was complaining about not fitting those beautiful butt cheeks in some airplane seats. Now, she's...
I don't know. Maybe those knockers can hypnotize me from the rest of the problem areas.
quite worried about not being able to breathe on the airplane, and no one can push her up the wheelchair due to her beautiful side. Now, if you also remember, J-Bay is the girlie that complains about people judging her. So upset that she started petitioning.
That is something that's curious to find out. How forgiving of a body I am that I am not attracted to would I be with immaculate tits?
To change their seats due to discrimination.
Let's just state facts. Plus size travelers need more space.
While eating a burger.
Fat people are allowed to eat what they want.
While also having oxygen because she can't breathe because of her obesity, but she claims it's not obesity.
Weight is not really a factor that goes into it.
You fat phobic pieces of poop. It's just
Heck yes. Asthma people unite. And Luigi Greenberg's dad made a special appearance on my 600-pound life. When I saw the first part of that, I thought he was the subject matter that Dr. Now was talking down to. But he was one of the people helping, trying to get the fat person out of a plane. You do need to move that obstacle if you yourself are going to get out of the plane. And he was in a seat closer to the exit, so by airplane rules, he had to go first.
genetics. Well, now she wants to fly without her oxygen tank, without losing the weight.
What if I cause an emergency landing?
And affect everybody else's day on the flight just to prove people on TikTok that you can do anything skinny people can do? No, we don't do that. We only think of ourselves.
What if this doesn't work? What if everyone online is right? What if I can never travel again?
You know what? Let me work my pen and magic. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm seeing some similarities.
Okay, I know that one on the left. That's part of the 1,000-Pound Sisters. They got their... actually, I don't think it's a spin-off of 600-Pound Life. I think they're just expanding their large people lineup over at TLC.
She's here. And I have to point out, Tammy couldn't travel due to her size. Oh, J-Bay, I see you can still stand for now. But if you keep on keeping on with your Fat Edition eating vlog.
What I ate for breakfast, Fat Edition. Chocolate donut with sprinkles.
Perfect time for a plug.
Feeders, there you go.
This video is sponsored by my small company, Proto. Check out my bake.
Oh, that is a fun little name for your cookies, or rather donuts.
Video.
Oh, was that just a bit? Looks like that might not actually be a real thing. I think she might just be doing a bit here.
For a protein cake donut instead of whatever J-Bay.
Nope, not a bit. This is really her company. So we've got some clown donuts. Well, she's only a clown in these two videos. So donuts by a sometimes clown lady.
Yeah, that's right. Fat Shack video.
I got these boneless buffalo fingers right here. I love chicken.
Yeah, so maybe reduce.
Boneless buffalo fingers. They don't have fingers. Those might be peckers. Those might be the Rocky Mountain oysters. That might be the other part of them.
You sold that, and that will help you with reducing wearing the oxygen tank. You'll have less of a risk. You know, Tammy doesn't wear hers anymore. You know why? Because she lost a ton of weight. Oh yeah, honey. She became thin.
I'll kill you!
I swear to Sky Daddy himself.
Oh, actually, that was on the radio, G-Rob. One of the 1,000-Pound Sisters asked for help, and it must have been something with her car. But she asked for help for something unrelated of the mushrooms and marijuana that were in plain sight. So, whoops, this isn't Portland, lady. You can't have that psilocybin here.
These women are more scared of a little bit of a diet, a calorie restriction, more than they are my daddy. And it's weird.
No, forget that. No matter what they say and no matter what it looks like, travel is for everybody.
It's actually not, though. Many people can't travel due to
The boy in the bubble can't travel. They made a whole movie about it.
the reasons that are out of their control.
Jake Gyllenhaal, if I remember correctly. He didn't run into the Moops, though. I was really hoping, based on the Seinfeld episode, that the Moops would have made an appearance in the Bubble Boy movie.
And here she is in all of her obese glory, saying that she deserves free seat for her butt cheeks while she eats a whole platter of spicy chicken nuggies with her sodi, filming this theatrical TikTok video as if some type of hero flying on a plane to wallow in the waters of Costa Rica.
I'm guessing that this was added by J-Bay, the fat lady herself. I don't think that Michelle McDaniel added this dramatic music. of getting onto the plane.
No one's rooting for you, sweetie. No one wants to be on this plane with you because
And she's on the plane very first, so she got that handicapped type of treatment there to be the firsty first on the plane.
you most likely will have some type of accident and you're gonna waste their time and now their flight's ruined because you want to prove to TikTok that you're a healthy little butterball of fun and full of life and being fat is amazing.
Y'all know I'm fat. I love anything with the name fat in it.
Well, she didn't. She didn't cause an emergency landing due to not being able to breathe, but she did have some personal problems that she's now sprouting on everybody else. Problems like breathing and walking, almost passing out, you know, all the things people warned her about what comes with obesity. And now she's trying to cancel the airlines and hold them responsible instead of herself.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you.
Sweetie,
I forgot that I muted my mic for that cough button. Good cough button work, bad cough button work all at once there. But South Park, they tried to solve this airline problem, but didn't work out very well because you do have to accept something going in and out of your butthole in order to power what will replace the airline.
no one's shocked about this.
This experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of
Why fat acceptance is one of the dumbest communities and just strokes people who have eating disorders and give
They do stroke people who have eating disorders, and people who are just feeders also get the stroking. Not many other people. They actually rejected the stroking.
gives them constant validation to continue having the eating, and of course helps them justify overeating until they're immobile, like you.
employee sensitivity.
Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Of course it's the employee's fault.
Training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed.
She always has to plug that petition.
Training. All of you workers of the airlines need to have that special weekend training in order to figure out how to properly deal with people the size of multiple people.
Of making airplanes bigger for America. Just what we need, right? Bigger Americans. Aren't you people in a health crisis right now? My grandfather's heart must feel so good in his grave as he knows that his legacy is still continuing on while making everybody's hearts die.
I'm a plus-size wheelchair user, and on a recent flight to the SeaTac Airport, I requested wheelchair assistance, as I always do. When it came time for me to deploy,
I don't have my own wheelchair. Luckily, grocery stores and many other places do provide them for me, so what am I gonna buy a wheelchair for when I have people bending over backwards for me? Airline? I said bending over backwards.
plane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realized she'd
Oh, and I missed a tattoo joke of Fantasy Island there. When it came time for me to deplane,
chair waiting
I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair.
for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realized she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers, she started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size.
Yep, she was like, motherfucker, I thought that I was helping someone whose legs didn't work. You are no Johnny Crutches. You are someone whose legs work. And I've got to help you?
Even when I told her I really needed the chair and needed her to let me sit down in it, she blatantly ignored me and kept walking. I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop.
So what you're telling me is that you could walk up that ramp and this lady just gave you a little bit of workability, especially after you sat for hours on a plane. It's good to walk them legs. Okay, but seriously, I thought she was gonna show some proof of this. She's always on her phone. Why not expose the thin and this woman who's talking about her size?
Clown Lady does have a point. And this is a gimmick she only brings out for the making fun of the fat folks videos. Michelle McDaniel isn't always a clown, so maybe we will check her out when she is just her regular old self one of these days.
As she walks away. Is this just you trying to get more people to sign your weird airplane petition that people are laughing at you for? You think you can trick Pennywise's daughter? Can't trick the trickster. It seems suspicious, right? Especially since we've seen these types of people inflate issues before. Tormenting the fat community is actually someone saying,
You can tell that she's younger than me. She's got that Zoomer type of editing going on with those quick cuts. And actually, if I get an editor and outsource making smaller clips, if they decide to go with that for the clips, fuck it, so be it.
And obesity is unhealthy. So
I do need some help getting to the Zoomer audience. It is millennials and Xers that my analytics tell me that I appeal to. No one in their 60s, really, and no one in their 20s.
very, just a lot curious as to why we don't have footage of the mean, thin woman, and we only have footage of her automated voiceover. You know, the walking she said that she couldn't do. She can do it, but now you didn't die.
By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white. My oxygen levels had dropped and I almost fainted.
Well, I guess she got pretty close, allegedly at least. There was no video of this at all. And I know her also obese man would be filming as they film everything together.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
We're plus size travelers. Of course, we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
But not this, not the one time someone is blatantly fat phobic. Who's that mystery YouTuber that's always talking about murder? Oh, yeah, I like her. What would she be saying about right now?
Classic, suspect.
Oh, I thought she was she was talking about herself. I thought she was putting over that mystery YouTuber and was gonna bring up a picture of herself sans clown makeup. But this is someone new. She has a big fan of the black lipstick, very gothy of you. And I am kicking myself for not getting the We're Live Pal drop, Mr. Blue Sky. Sid Vicious, the wrestler, did just pass away. So in memory of him, flubbing his lines, wanting to go again, but We're Live Pal, that does need to go on the board.
Suspicious behavior.
Yeah, very suspicious.
This was my first time flying without oxygen. This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that.
She kind of did it though, right?
Yeah, she saw your legs going one in front of the other and was like, fuck this. I am here to help out someone handicapped. You are big.
He walked. That's the celebration. Everybody clap for J-Bay. Everyone. No one's clapping. I wonder why.
Instead of her having to push someone my size up the jet bridge, all the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded. This is discrimination.
You know what? This is where I have to start using my brain and piece things together myself. Based on the way J-Bay and all her fat TikTok colleagues, imagine having fat TikTok colleagues, I think this was a thin woman, and thin women are the ultimate.
Fuck yeah, thin. I thought you were talking about a thin premise there, but no, you were talking about the thin woman. So I will get away from that rimshot drop because I thought that was a play on words you were doing.
Adversary. This thin woman probably was already having a very strenuous, long, and tiring day.
God, I'm so fucking tired.
Full of really annoying people.
Ma'am, I want a window seat, but they're all taken. Ma'am, your ticket says aisle seat. I'll be making a complaint. What's your name? Delta. Yelp will be hearing about this.
And flight attendants don't just sit there and take up 3 seats like you, J-Bay. It's the end of a shift. She said, yay, one more thing to do is just wheel the old people up the ramp and take them to their happy.
She's in a weird city that she hasn't been to before. She usually flies to Austin. She enjoys flying from home in Denver to Austin. But this is a new city, and she's looking forward to seeing it, and she doesn't want to be there all exhausted.
Families, and she saw you sitting there looking like Bowser, ready to get pushed up to you wherever you need to go. And she said, oh shit, due to her lack of upper body strength and her tolerance level for the day being extremely low. Rude, yeah, but I still think there would be some type of footage of this woman who ran away apparently from J-Bay with her wheelchair as J-Bay struggled and chased her down. There's not one video of that. The woman most likely said, I can't push her, she's too big. And this sentence coming out of a thin woman's mouth probably made J-Bay feel something bad for herself because she's obese when she said that she loves being fat.
I love anything with the name fat in it.
Well,
that is kind of like a kink that maybe some of these very large people have of being pushed around. That's like a domination, topping from the bottom, boogie 2988 type of kink of obviously not being a dom or a top at all, but being a submissive and still making this person be subservient to you, this submissive who needs help, but they must give the help.
Well, sweetie, you better start.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Blue Sky. Bob Levy does have that problem often of being muted. We'll see if he notices that at some point, or if he'll just be muted the entire show here, Mr. Levy.
Loving everything that comes with it. The people staring at you while you eat a burger with oxygen, you being a high-risk passenger who could have a heart attack, or maybe your body just said, I think I'll stop breathing today, and you die right there. And as you sail the open blue skies, or people not being...
I do like her sense of humor. That last one, or your body just quits on you. Let's hear that again. I like you,
being
McDaniel.
a high-risk passenger who could have a heart attack, or maybe your body just said, I think I'll stop breathing today, and you die right there. And as you sail the open blue skies, or people not being able to want or able to push you in your wheelchair.
On behalf of the fat acceptance community and marginalized individual who faces discrimination on a daily basis, I demand you push me up the ramp so I can continue my fight for my fat sisters by going on vacations and wearing bikinis.
Will yourself. We all remember Tammy Slayton at her biggest and her whole family struggled.
And I am a fan of the recreations that Michelle McDaniel is doing with toys, Barbies, and other little plushies that she has around.
And hated pushing her. And J-Bay, keep on with those burgers.
I am creating my most favorite of all hosts, so I am going to take that the recreations with the toys and the Pepe Sylvia board from Nikki Carry-On, and we'll see what other traits we can pick up to meld our perfect host.
You can attain the same level Tammy used to be in. I do have options for you, though. Build your upper body strength to be able to will your damn self and be the independent, fat, strong woman that you act like on TikTok.
Nobody should be treated this way. Share your story at change.org/size travel.
So this was to promote her website where her petition is. So this was just a ploy.
Aha! You found what she was really after. A made-up story of being discriminated against to come over here and join me, get my newsletter.
To pull on the heartstrings of people who are sensitive when it comes to their weight. Gross, cringe, almost as cringy as your fat girl rap. When does the music start? It's not just me, right? It's weird.
This is going a step beyond mumble rap. This is thinking rap. It doesn't make you think, but they're thinking the rhymes in their mind. They are throwing it together in their mind as fast as Twista. But actually verbalizing it, they have trouble. That's why this lady decided to be a think rapper and not a verbal rapper.
The intro's too long. They're shaking the camera around. Pennywise gets motion sickness, okay? Her movement, there's nothing pleasurable about this so far.
And now the girlies beg me to change lane.
They're begging you to get out of the airplane lane and get off the airplane because you are a high-risk individual. Let me put it in simple terms, sweetie. You are not fit to
stumble rap when no one will push them through the rap. They are going to stumble their way through it.
fly. It's been 2 years since you posted that gym video. You could have gotten a lot more fit, get your heart a lot healthier, reduced your calories, stop eating at the Fat Shack, and your heart would be better. But instead, you decided to go to the gym and take a picture. Sounds like a personal issue to me. I just need some thinness, some diets, and a small waist. Looks like you know what you need to do. You just refuse to do it. Oh, that means Pennywise needs to get out of here.
I wish I could remember. Was it Jim Cornette who said, you never see a jolly fat old man? They're always the little old men that make it to that age, because the body, oh boy, once you get to that latter half, even as G-Rob's pointing out, not even to the 40s sometimes, the body is just like, no, this is too much for me.
You know what, though? This place looks banging for a hideout. I think I could stay a while. I could keep my eyes on J-Bay, and I keep my eyes on you to make sure you hit the subscribe button. I think that's exactly what I'll do.
All right, and I did not check if this music has any type of DMCA violation, so we will just appreciate this visual of Penny, the daughter of Pennywise, turning into a toy clown. Looks like a Bratz doll that she painted up to be her toy self. Oh, yes, that's right. I put it on mute as she is falling in love with plushy Jack Skellington. So that was the first video from our host of the day, and she put on her clown makeup again. I don't know if these are the same fat folk that she is pointing a finger at and saying, why? But we certainly shall see.
Every time I use a rideshare,
Oh, and look at this. She picks right back up where the last episode left off. I like your continuity there of still being the Brat's Penny before you have to transform into a human clown to just go off on this person the size of 3 of you.
I'm forced to ride without a seatbelt because there are no seatbelt extenders. It's time to make it mandatory for ride shares to provide seatbelt extenders.
And that's what got her all annoyed to start talking to us of all these average people off the street who are turning their cars into taxis. Yeah, they need to buy a seatbelt extender. They need to be just like the airport in case they come across someone who the seatbelt does not fit and is... I thought that was Pee Wee Herman, but no, that's the Goosebumps dummy, I believe, in the back. Slappy the dummy. It does look a little bit Pee Wee tinged, that Slappy dummy she has in the background.
Oh, J-Bay, I told you I'd be watching you. And if I'm back here, you've been acting a whole fool on TikTok again. Plus, I have a bone to pick with you, and possibly you.
I do have my bone ready to be picked. I hope that you've got some lube for the picking of the bone.
The blue hell are you?
Who am I? Am I gonna have to do this every single time I come on this channel? All right, fine. I'm Penny.
You come on this channel? I don't think you're going to have this YouTube account for long. If you're coming on this channel, I actually think you should stop because Michelle McDaniel has a sizable audience. She is zeroing in on 1 million subscribers, going after that golden YouTube plaque.
My boss of all the clowns, daughter of who you probably know as my late father, Pennywise. I hide out here on the shelf away from the cops because sometimes I munch on the children. You know, I heard this planet was all inclusive.
She munches on the children. She could get into Subway with that type of thought process. You want to be a spokesperson for Subway? Didn't they have a second creep just come out? Who is the second Subway creep? It's been multiple now Subway spokesmen that are absolute creeps.
Apparently, those fat bitches on TikTok be lying. Clowns like me apparently aren't welcome. So after last time I was here and we critiqued Miss J-Bay and her little predicament of not being able to walk just a few feet up an...
Was that censored out? Did she have to get rid of who she was talking about in the audio because of bullying?
J-Bay and her little predicament of not being able to walk just...
Oh no, that was J-Bay. Maybe that was just on my speaker part.
A few feet up an airplane ramp and that whole flight attendant thing where the flight attendant couldn't push her because she was just too fat.
Recently, I had a distressing experience at Chicago O'Hare Airport. As a plus size...
Actually, G-Rob, if she were to munch on only fat children, that would help her with her distaste of so many fat people in the populace. And also, fat folk taste better than thin folk. You want someone muscular, they're going to have some tough meat. You have someone who's fat, you don't even need to add a lubricant. Like, you cook them in their own lard, and it's absolutely delicious.
As ambulatory wheelchair user.
Well, I got a comment saying she's rage baiting all the way.
Comment? New Yorker?
To the bank.
I saw the sign.
Our views, comments, and interactions pushes her further into the algorithm. And boss mom, hey girl, this is absolutely nothing against you. Thank you, actually, for making the comment because she's not wrong. But in the case of J-Bay official, the only place her content is getting her is a casket.
I'm afraid it's curtain.
Because the amounts of views and the amounts of money that she's getting aren't even worth the massive amount of health issues that she's going to have because she's not making much.
As a plus size says, babe, it can be so hard to find a towel that actually wraps all the way around you.
And I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. And spoiler, she
All Bed Bath & Beyonds should sell towel extenders. How dare you?
already talks about her health issues, so there's more to come. So keep Boss Mama's comment in the back of your head while we dive into the biggest, pun intended, nuisance, clown, and victim of the fat acceptance community.
Y'all know I'm fat. I love anything with the name fat in it.
And there she is with her buffalo peckers. Fat acceptance influencers. So we will see if we find some more, or if it's just these same two that has got the gears grinded of Michelle McDaniel. That was an unwieldy sentence I just made.
Before we hop into J-Bay,
Actually, I do remember hearing that, Mark Bass, and it was their expansion into the Beyond. They really had the market cornered on bed and bath, but once they went to that Beyond, they were just way beyond their means, spending way too much on all that Beyond. When bed and bath, they had the market. You had to expand into Beyond. Let that be a lesson to you for your next business venture.
I just have a couple of bows to pick with you, and I think I said you too. Someone asked, what kind of accent is this? It's my accent. That's what it is. So you're welcome. I answered it
She is not going to confirm nor deny what part of New York that she's from.
for you. All right, J-Bay. J-Bay isn't just a TikTok creator. No, she is a YouTuber like me. And YouTube is the tippy top platform that
And me.
creators get paid.
Well, I guess you're more of a real YouTuber with damn near 1 million subscribers, where I'm just a play-in.
The most from their ad revenue for long form content, not shorts. We'll get there in a minute. So let's just see how J-Bay is doing on the road to the Bay. J-Bay.
But fat people love shorts. I see them in shorts in wintertime all the time. Why is J-Bay not doing YouTube shorts?
Official 53.7 thousand subscribers. Now there's a lot more than I thought she would have, but subscribers don't get you that sweet YouTube money. It's the views, baby, and well, they're hanging by a thread. First of all, she hasn't posted long form videos in about
Forced. I am going to figure out what part of New York you are from.
9 months. And the last one she posted got 15,000 views, and that's a good chunk, but it seems she averages around 1 to
Chunk.
3,000 views. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna sell my arteries, my heart, my knee function.
I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop. By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white.
Made meals be from the Fat Shack for a couple thousand views on YouTube, because that's only a couple dollars. But while we're here,
Versus my views, which doesn't equal a damn dime. One day, maybe, possibly, could be.
so we might as well look at a few videos, right? And help a girl out with the views. I don't mind. I am a more giving clown than my father was. The truth about my plus size.
Ooh, a giving clown. You do sound like a prostitute clown when you put it that way. And I don't think she does the live streams. So the memberships, thank you folks who are here live. Those memberships help bring me some of that side gig money versus someone with this many subscribers who is definitely Michelle McDaniel is getting that money.
Size petition.
Hey there, I'm Dillon Cheney. I'm a plus size content creator.
See, right there. That's why you don't do well on YouTube. You started out with a lie. Jay, speak the truth, baby. You have surpassed plus size.
Bebe, is she Adam Cole? She's like inverse Adam Cole because he looks emaciated.
And you're sitting non-morbidly obese. You know how I know? You can't walk up a flight of stairs or an airplane ramp. You said you can't fit on toilets and you can't fit through hotel hallways.
These are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes. Make elevators and hallways spacious.
You have evolved like a Pokemon. Plus size individuals usually don't need flight attendants to push them in a wheelchair just a few feet up a ramp. Anyway, in the video, J-Bay wanted to clarify a few things because she's tired of people talking about her like
Hallways. Was this the same clip from before of hallways in hotels being that? Take it away. Hallways.
and spreading misinformation about her.
airport hangars are not big enough.
And her petition that's here to help people because she's just trying to get 2, sometimes 3 or 4 seats for free.
So it's really disheartening to see false information being spread, downplaying the significance of this cause. But hey, we gotta stay.
There is no toilet extender. G-Rob, I'm trying to figure this out as well. If she can't fit on the toilet, is there a folding chair on either side of the toilet so she could get either cheek halfway on the toilet and halfway onto the folding chair? I think Yokozuna the wrestler broke a toilet seat. He was so fat. Then we have President Taft, who got stuck in a bathtub. But this actually is a struggle we don't hear too much about. That seatbelt extender from the first video, that's something we've heard of before. Not fitting on toilets. It's a standard size. I have never seen queen and king size toilets. I've only seen the standard. So I guess she might need one of those prison toilets because like those are made out of steel. You don't want a porcelain toilet at that size. You've got to get something made of a bit more sturdy material.
Stay focused and keep pushing for understanding, fairness, and inclusivity in the travel.
And it is funny, after talking about toilets for about a minute straight, you say how you just need to keep pushing. And like Andre the Giant, he just keep pushing in the bathtub, as Mark Bass is pointing out. I think I heard that they laid newspapers down in the bathtub and Andre would shit on the newspapers like a Bigfoot, like a Sasquatch.
Travel industry.
So everyone else can push to be better while we also have to push you up the ramp. Interesting. You know, I offered you guys I could take care of her. I can drag her down just like my dad dragged down that little boy. So this video was basically a long form video.
Pennywise just went after whatever kid was around. He wasn't able to get one of those kids smothered in delicious lard.
Of her TikTok. 24 minutes of absolute pain and suffering. I can usually handle her TikTok, but long form, right to the heart. And this wasn't taken well at all on YouTube. You're not fat, you're dying. It's sad to see. I watched my father die from alcoholism. It never feels like a problem, just an inconvenience until it's too late. Organ failure is a bitch. The cut after every speech. Bruh, imagine having to catch your breath after only saying one sentence. Bruh.
Sounds like you're putting down our buddy, Eric, the actor. You're talking about people who need to take a breath after a sentence.
This is wild. Well, what do you say we look at this banger? Fat shaming story time.
So I'm going to talk to you about.
Well, you have some cute hair. If you're a banger, you do have that going for you. And once again, maybe I can focus on these boobies.
Fat shaming, okay?
Because I love a good story time, and I'm sure it's riveting. All right, J-Bay, take it away. I just want to close my eyes and get lost in a good old classic.
You did cast a net a little bit too wide there, Miss McDaniel. Luigi Greenberg will not take any Eric bashing. And there are other people beyond fatties who have trouble speaking.
Classic fat shaming story time.
I'm going to always tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you my opinion, and I'm going to keep it 100.
I love giant 80s hair. So hair like this, maybe your big hair, your big curly hair, and your giant boobies can get me to say, all right, regularly you would be too fat for me. But you got the big hair and the big boobies, and the face is cute. It's a cute enough face, a little chubbier than I would prefer. As G-Rob pointed out, chubby is one thing. You are on the other side of chubby, though.
Okay.
And so I'm not going to be editing this video. I'm just going to tell you my honest. I don't have time to edit this one.
Well, that was her first mistake. This video was just everywhere. I didn't get to get lost in the story because she kept promoting her TikTok.
If you're not following me on there, slide over to my TikTok and follow me, honey.
She constantly kept saying she makes these crazy videos on TikTok.
Y'all follow me very closely. You know that I make crazy videos.
And then 20 seconds later, she tells us again.
So, y'all know I make crazy videos, but I also love making TikTok videos.
Are you im-holting this? Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, TikTok, wild.
She kept reinforcing about how real she is.
I'm just going to speak real shit, honey.
Then she told us how she's always getting so many notifications because she's just so popular.
I'm not trying to be weird, but I get a lot
So popular.
of notifications. And
I don't think we've come across a New York clown here before, and we've come across a few clowns. Well, actually, maybe one of those ladies who don't actually have any material, but just are all dressed up like a clown and will lip sync. I think that's our clown of the day. So we've got two clowns of the day. We do have our host, and we have the second segment that looking fine, but little spoiler, I do believe it's just all lip syncing.
and half the time I really don't go through all of them because it's a lot between Instagram, YouTube, all the social media. Y'all know how it is.
So when we finally get to the story time, she goes in about how she never goes through social media comments or the people who make videos about her because she's just a busy little girl. I'm sorry, a busy big girly.
I ain't got time.
But today was different. Today,
you've got a way with words that I enjoy. This little, can't let that go. This big girl.
she had the time, and today, to her horror, the first thing she sees is a thin white woman talking about her.
It was a thin, blonde, girl, and it all of a sudden it flashed, and I'll insert it so you guys can see because I ain't crazy. I'm trying. If you want to see, you're gonna see. So it went, and the first thing I read, honey, was something about.
Little stern joke there for those who get that. Actually, I guess I do have a drop for that as well. The way she is just going on and on, I feel like Harry Shearer right now.
Oh, well, work is hard. What? Oh! They're getting closer all the time. All right.
About how is it okay when fat people wear this type of outfit, but when a skinny girl like me, talking about her.
Thanks for the clarification, but we knew what you meant, sweetie.
Average skinny girl like me wears it, it's considered.
So that's basically what the video was about, but drawn out to about 18 minutes that I will never get back. You're probably asking, how did she fill the rest of those 18 minutes? By telling everybody, don't you ever change.
You are amazing. You should love yourself no matter what you look like, no matter what size you are, no matter what color you are, no matter what socioeconomic status you are, no matter what. Love yourself.
But not enough to reduce your multiple fat shock meals that you post about. Just a little bit so you don't lose your mobility. Anyway, in conclusion, she ain't making no money from YouTube.
Oh, we are jealous of you, though. I ain't making no money from YouTube either, comparatively. Someone with this many views, and this one is 2 months ago. I believe the other one was 3 months ago. Maybe there's one more clown video that Michelle has dropped that I didn't notice when looking for the
Okay,
host.
boss mama. I know a lot of people
An unsolicited audition to be the second mic.
think that she's laughing all the way to the bank, but she ain't making nothing from one of the biggest platforms for getting money as a content creator, and definitely not enough to pay for the copious amount of
OnlyFans?
food she's been eating and or paying her medical bills for the health issues she constantly complains about on TikTok. What now you're saying? Well, Michelle, YouTube created shorts to compete with TikTok, and that's...
Does she mukbang? That's something that us Americans have perverted, not for the better. When it came over from Korea and those little teeny tiny petite girls were just eating mass amounts of food, that's fascinating. Fat people eating mass amount of foods, that's just a thing.
That's what J-Base shines, baby. So I'm sure the views... Oh my gosh, look at that. Even the Fat Shack video got less than 10,000 views. Even her spicier content doesn't get close to 10K. When you have a ride or die, but you're polyamorous and want a boyfriend too.
Hey now. And that is what most polyamorous people look like. It is all those people at the nudist colony that you're like, I don't want to see them nude. Someone has, is it a Stephen Lynch? No, I don't think it's Stephen Lynch. It's never the person you want to be polyamorous.
To girly, get it. If she can start a new reality show, a cross between 600-Pound Life and Sister Wives, we can call it Brother Husband. Oh my God, they already have it. Well, he looks ecstatic. I guess we could do an Infinity Fat version.
All right. It looks like we have a new watch along. Thanks for introducing me to Brother Husbands. And it is more fascinating that it's not white guys, because that is something that you would be expecting, that it would be white folk as the Brother Husbands. But we got two black folk.
And what? That's their terminology.
Well, three black folk.
In
There's a
fitting
lady
fat,
involved
and just
in it.
looking at J-Bay, I'm pretty sure that's the category that she's fitting in. I mean, she was just complaining that she got stuck in a revolving door because she's too large.
But as soon
So she's into polyamory. Is she into the group play? Because with that amount of fat in between the two guys, we might be able to DP on the same side without touching balls. That has been quite the concern. Because if if you had a transsexual lady and then we were touching balls, that wouldn't be gay. Because they're lady balls, not man balls, up against another pair of man balls.
soon as we entered, we got stuck.
Now that's some infinity fat type behavior if you ask me. Anyway, I don't normally point out views or even pay attention to the amount of views somebody gets, but many people seem to think that she is laughing all the way to the bank and back to the Fat Shack with her chicken nuggies. And YouTube is paying her the big bucks, honey, for her short-term content. Short-form content
No whammy, stop.
and really does not make you not a lot of money. Let me give you some perspective about the amount of money you can get with the short.
Those do help with exposure, but as she's giving us with this financial lesson, the exposure of shorts should be driving them to your main page, which reminds me, I do need to get off my ass to do those shorts. And working one less day a week, maybe I can finally make that goal happen. Or maybe I will just sit on my ass in that extra day. We will see. I do wish I would get in a manic phase. I miss those hypomania phases. More even keel in a depressive phase and not getting as much stuff done.
Short form content on YouTube.
I was spitting distance from Full On Mania last year. That was fun, but I could feel it like, oh, we need to stop having so much fun. I'm going to be more than happy.
So my video about J-Bay got 85,000 views, and I got $11.18 from that. YouTube just might be on my list. Anyway, J-Bay averages about 3,000 to 10,000 views for years now for her short form content. She's not making enough, but hey, obviously she posts crazy TikTok videos. That's probably where she's getting all of her big influence.
Maybe one of her polyamorous lovers is a sugar daddy. Maybe that is what's going on there.
Influencer bucks. That's
I want me a sugar mama. Pay for my stuff. Lady who I bust inside of because you've already had your menopause.
why she can travel so much. That's why there's so many videos of her waddling around America and getting constantly made fun of. So worth it, right? Is that what you're saying right now? Well, this is a little awkward. J-Bay's TikToks are actually only averaging around 20,000 views. Now, she does have random ones that will get about 1 million, like both of her airplane videos that went absolutely viral a year ago, which is why she made sure to pin them at the top of her page. So people know she's the airplane girl. Now, I don't personally make any money from TikTok. I'm there for pure shits and giggles and to...
Airplane girl does make me think that she's transsexual. The airplane girl move, well, all of us guys know the airplane move. So the airplane girl move takes me to a lady with a wang.
Keep an eye out on J-Bay. So I can't speak from experience. I got to speak from Google. TikTok pays creators through its Creator Fund, which pays out to eligible creators based on the number of views their videos receive. As of May 2024, creators can expect to earn between 2 cents and 4 cents for every 1,000 views, or $20 to $40 for every million views.
Okay, thank you for those economics, and I will keep a part-time job for longer than I was thinking at $40 for $1 million on the high side.
However, the exact amount varies from person to person. Well, let's just pull out my old dusty, trusty calculator that my 8th grade teacher said I would never have on hand all the time, idiots, and do some math.
We showed them.
32 and man done. So that comes out to $338 to $676. And that's for the highest video she had. And she's only had about 2 to 3 other videos that got around 1 million, which can run out pretty quickly. I mean, it costs about that much to breathe into an oxygen tank at this point. Now, I don't know how JB's
And unfortunately, I did hear some bad news of J-Bay's most recent polyamorous lover. He passed away recently, and we do have a report on how that happened.
Computer sentences them to death by Snoo Snoo.
Yeah.
Crushed pelvis.
Is affording all this food to keep up with the size of her body. I don't know how she's affording all these massive amounts of trips, hotel stays, etc., etc. But she is not getting her money from social media, and it's just so heartbreaking for you. I'm laughing. I love watching human crumble, but she is putting her health completely on the line for just a few bucks when it comes to social media. That probably doesn't even.
Is that a mukbang video, or is she just dick teasing the people who are ready to touch themselves to mass amount of food going inside a single person?
Pay for half her rent. Some of the money that she makes from her posts don't even add up to the toilet paper she needs to be able to have her caretaker wipe her own ass cheek. Anyway, that takes us to our sponsor. Today's sponsor is my small company.
And that is a thing. Bubba the Love Sponge talked about how when he was at his fattest, he needed to have his girlfriend wipe his ass because he could not do it. That is a real thing. Just as it appears this donut ad is a real thing. Maybe it is a gag and I'm just not getting it.
Thank you all for the support. I promise I won't eat your children. So, in conclusion, J-Bay ain't laughing her big old butt cheeks all the way to the bank. She's laughing her way to a heart attack and will end up in Blair White's next She Died video.
You ready to get supersized? She died.
Oh my gosh, they always come at the worst possible time when I'm having.
I don't know who that is. But I'm now very interested in the She Died videos.
The bank. She's laughing her way to a heart attack and will end up in Blair White's next She Died video.
Blair White. Taking a note of Blair White and her She Died videos.
You ready to get supersized?
Oh boy. Those arms are bigger than both of my thighs. Wow.
Died.
Oh my gosh, they always come at the worst possible time when I'm having a great time with my lovely family. Yep, that's right. We're family now. I've been here twice. Well, cuties,
well, if we are family and we are a bunch of freak clown aliens, does that mean we can still do stuff?
I have to go back to my little hidey hole. And just between you and me, I have a new. I don't know.
I want it inside your hidey hole, and I accidentally took that back a little bit.
Love watching human crumble, but she has put her health completely on the line for just a few bucks when it comes to social media. Cheeks all the way to the bank. She's laughing her way to a heart attack and will end up in Blair White's next She Died video.
You ready to get supersized? She died.
And Blair White, very hot.
Oh my gosh, they always come at the worst possible time when I'm having a great time with my lovely family. Yep, that's right. We're family now. I've been here twice. Well, cutie.
Kissing cousins?
I have to go back to my little hidey hole. And just between you and me.
No, even as a clown, that is not a New York thing. That is a West Virginia thing.
I have a new sweetie, Mr. Jack Skellington. He's a little short, got a big head, but we're having fun. Right, Jackie, baby? Anyway, I'll be back whenever J-Bay's acting a fool. You guys can let me know if she is, and I'll come floating.
G-Rob is familiar with Blair White, a very conservative trans woman. Well, I suppose I found a shotgun that I'm ready to look down the barrel of. If Blair... Very well done, Blair White. I was unfamiliar with you. So that was from our new friend and apparently our new family member, Michelle McDaniel. As she threw on the clown makeup, it appears she is focusing in on J-Bay, just as we had with Michelle Mana on the last episode of Co-Host Audition. They find someone who really irks them, and they make multiple videos. I thought that Michelle Mana would be talking about multiple Tourette's fakers. as I thought that Michelle McDaniel was going to be talking about multiple fat folk, but they found someone who they enjoy covering, just like me, who enjoys covering Aaron Imholt. The entire internet enjoys covering Aaron Imholt, just not directly, through the lens of somebody else. Even me, who I'm covering it, you've got a lens. I need Doom and Nat Clo 2.0 and Stallion to help me out. There was some where was I going with that thought? Because this very pretty Jewish woman for our next segment is hanging out in Costco, and I lost my train of thought. If she was a Latina, I might have gone full wolf from the Tex Avery cartoons. Blair White is the same height as Joe Rogan. Oh, Spurg Snake. Have you ever seen when Neil deGrasse Tyson was a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast and he got him to talk height, and they get on each other's nerves, and he knew exactly which nerve to hit of Joe Rogan's to really get him annoyed. So that was our first segment with our New York clown, Michelle McDaniel. I believe those are the only two videos she has as a clown. If we were to return to her, it would be as a regular old person. So, yeah, usually this next segment, I have some related type of TikToks, but these, nothing to do with anything. These are just two TikToks that I liked featuring some pretty brunette girls with glasses. So that has nothing to do with our main segment. But we've got a clown girl happening, a clown girl sandwich. So this lady went to Costco, and some old guy is yelling about how they changed the packaging of the rotisserie chicken. Those who have been to Costco recently, they did get the bags. Not everyone likes the bags of rotisserie chickens versus the old containers. And I do believe she is wearing a UBC code T-shirt for the chickens. I have seen this before. She might be part of the cult that does not want her chicken scanned. I saw this with a different old man than this guy of just scan my shirt. This is the code, and it indeed was. Don't scan my chicken. I'm not sure why.
Boxers are back. Boxers are back. I don't want to take credit, but yay!
Apparently, he was creating a fuss about the bags, and he would like to take credit, but he can't take credit, so he's just going to celebrate.
Boxers are back. Boxers are back. I don't want to take credit, but yay!
He is just absolutely so happy that the boxes are back, and I probably didn't have anything to do with it. I might have, but I probably didn't. Hooray! So here oh yes, I usually give credit to who the heck that is. So the first one was Queen Julia, rather, and oh, look, she's an artist there.
Connecting with you guys is the most important thing I get to do every day as a content creator. That's why I'm so excited to finally tell you guys
Ooh,
that I'm releasing
and a girl on the right side of Chubby. She has got a couple of extra pounds, but those are some nice extra pounds, not some J-Bay extra pounds.
Most important thing I get to do every day as a content creator. That's why I'm so excited to finally tell you guys that I'm releasing my own original artwork line.
But yeah, I'll have to check in with her more often. That is a girl with a few extra pounds. That is proper. And on to our next little short from Brianna A. Quemu. Quebecer, are we?
Look, it's one of those old people from 2001. They just hit the second tower.
I believe it's pretty self-explanatory. She got a phone call from 2001 from that payphone.
Look, it's one of
Got very serious there.
old people from 2001. They just hit the second tower.
You do want to be careful when time traveling like that. Don't know what you will get yourself into. So, on to our final segment of the day, where we are getting to a clown girl who we have seen on TikTok Live. Actually, this lady, Turnup.01, is part of my intro with the Burping Ladies. It's the Burping Lady Clown from the TikTok Around the Clock intro. And nice butt. We are getting close, Mark Bass. I am too soon. Once again, I have to defer to South Park. Once 25 years pass, then tragedies become funny. So 2026 until we can officially start joking about that. Make sure to give a call to the I Rewatch iCarly podcast so they can have a big celebration with the amount of 9/11 jokes that are dropped over there.
Thank God, finally. What the fuck?
And all she's doing is a little bit of lip syncing, but that is okay with boobies like that.
Whoa, looks like I fancy you now. Looks like I fancy you. Looks like I bloody love you now.
Right, she's talking to me through the computer and she fancies me. It's not a bit at all.
Yep, looks like I want to marry you now. Forever and ever and ever. Take you down the aisle
And you do see the way that those crazy eyes are saying marry you forever and ever and ever. That is for the rest of my life, not the rest of her life. You do look like you have a little bit of stabbiness in those eyes.
I want to marry you now.
But no silicone in those testicles. Those are very real.
Forever and ever and ever. Take you down the aisle and...
One more from Turnip, and what a wonderful dress, making those boobies really pop.
Dory, do you see anything?
Something's got me.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Who's that?
Who's that? Who?
Bouncy, bouncy. Why wait until the end to replay that very fun part right there?
Dory, do you see anything?
Something's got me.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Who's that?
Who's that? Who could it be? It's me.
Are you my...
Actually, the way that I've been getting some audio copyright warnings, playing this audio from Finding Dory might make this one of those videos that I can't monetize. But as Michelle McDaniel pointed out, it's no, this won't make me any money, not anytime soon.
My conscience.
Yeah. I'm your conscience. We haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
Can't complain.
Yeah, good. Now, Dory, I want you to tell me, do you see anything?
I see...
Are you going to do a big jump again? Do I have to replay the beginning? Is this it for the rest of the 28 seconds?
Yeah. I see a light.
A light?
Yeah, over there. Hey, Conscience, am I dead?
Yep, it was just the beginning 4 seconds that we just needed to see.
Something's got me.
That was me.
I take that back. The beginning 2 seconds were the main event of that video, and then there were just 26 more seconds to go. So that was Turnip and Me Gusta Mucho Turnip. And this is kind of a short episode, closer to the 60 minutes, how it was before I expanded to 90 minutes. That was a dumb sentence, but I said it. And that was the bonus episode. Well, the early access episode to my members, to my rope shooters. Thank you, folks, for dropping in the chat. I'm not going to be around next week. Chance I'm going to do a Thursday episode, but most likely not. Just this episode, and tomorrow, another member early access video of TikTok Around the Clock. So a double shot, 11:30 a.m. Eastern and 11:30 p.m. Eastern, to check out what those weirdos are doing on TikTok. And we did get a taste of that with, well, J-Bay is a TikToker. Turnup1 is a TikToker. I should be a TikToker too. I want to get in on begging for gifts. See, we're playing a game. The begging for money is just part of the game. Aaron Imholt, are you listening? Get in on those TikTok live battles so you can make pennies at a time. And yeah, that is what is coming up. That's what's happening. Thank you, rope shooters, for becoming members. hope that you will stick around next month once these expire, or by that time, end of September. I am aiming to have the second tier over on Patreon. Talking to the accountant this Friday before I take off to Maryland for a week. What do I do with this money? I want to make sure I'm doing all the proper things with these couple of bucks that are coming in. I think I had a point to that I lost. Oh yes, I didn't ask for people to hit the like button. Thank you, G-Rob. I've hit that. I've forgotten this shill segment a few episodes in a row now. Because reminding people to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, they're more likely to do it. Tuesday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I just recorded an episode of What Is This Game with Annie, and I've pretty much got the Switch that I've got access to now. So I'm going to be missing out on some upcoming episodes. I wish I would be on with Birch the Great, but that is an episode I'm not going to be able to get to the PS5 or the Xbox. He had a great appearance on the subreddit surfing a long while ago. So looking forward to checking that out as an audient. Audient? I know where that came from. That's another Opie and Anthony joke. Is there such a thing as an audient? I can't help but bring up references that are that old, but I do believe I'm doing better than Mr. Imholt with bringing up references that my audience might get or have some entertainment out of. And that is all for the night. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Rope Shooters, for checking this out live. And thank you, folks who are seeing this on delay, who are part of the wider audience. Come back and see some more unsolicited co-host auditions where I say, hey, I think I could be your second mic. And sometimes it's a disaster. Sometimes it works. That's all for now. Thank you for joining. Now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, MFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.